Hi guys, I hope you are hearing me. I have no idea, so if you can drop me a note. Yes, hi, great. So yeah, we're gonna get started very shortly. If you can take a block or something that is looking like a block, good. So that can be like a book or a rolled bath towel or something like that. So you can just bring the floor closer to you. It's just like to make your limb longer, just in an effort to support your practice. I'm trying to put some music, but if it's not nice to you to hear the music, please feel free to tell me and I can cut it down. And we're gonna get started. So you can, we have 1 minute left, so we're gonna wait for 1 minute. You can already lay down on your backs and just land into your practice. Sorry. And so we're gonna get started. So you're gonna be on your backs. And as I was just saying, like land. It's Monday morning. We're just easing back to the week rhythm. So maybe you can find like a sway side to side. Maybe you take your kneecap into your hands and your hands into your kneecap. Put your ponytails away. Maybe you take some ankle circle from right to left, left to right. You switch sides and try to make your movement a little bit bigger. Maybe you bring a circle with your kneecaps, with your knees, while you're going side to side. Switch sides and try to balance everything out. Try to feel how your back feels on your floor. Don't judge it, just observe what's happening in your body while you're starting to move. And we're going to bring our hands to the side of our feet and take a happy baby pose. If that pose is not feeling good, putting the plant of your feet towards the ceiling, you can just take your chin into your hands and start to open your hips side to side, flex your toes, and start to engage a little bit your core. Maybe you want to take some bigger movements with your legs. Your tailbone should be on the floor or reaching towards the floor. So it's better to be here rather than being just like right there. I really have your lower back on the floor. And if you are here, maybe you can start to stretch one leg on the side. Bring it back to center. Maybe you can do the same thing with the other leg. But if it's not accessible, just observe, check, and don't judge. Bring everything back to center. And we're gonna start very slowly to warm up with some core exercise. So you're gonna stretch out your legs towards the ceiling. And you're gonna just stretch out your arm towards the ceiling. Flex both your hands and your toes. And very slowly, you're gonna lower your right leg and your left arm. And just extend as big as you can be. Go back to center. Exhale, extend everything out. Go back to center. 3, extend left arm, right leg. Get long, get tall, belly in. Go back to center. Exhale, stretch everything out. Go back to center. And while you're doing those little movements, which are very like not very challenging, you really notice how your belly is acting. Maybe you can engage it a little bit more. Put your belly button towards your spine. Try to not blow out your ribs. Your rib cage are going towards one another. Last two. And last one. Extend right leg, left arm. Bring everything back to center. From here, we're just going to bend our knees and go, into a dead tabletop position. And you're going to bring your hands on top of your thigh. And that's a very subtle exercise, so you can cheat it because I actually don't see you. But you're going to press everything you have, everything which is in contact with something. So your hands into your thigh into your hands, the back of your head towards the floor, your belly towards the floor, your lower back towards the floor. And you really just keep on thinking of everything you need to press, embrace the shake if it's happening, and release. Maybe you take a little sway side to side, take a deep breath through your nose, and then exhale throughout your mouth. Let's go for a second round. Put your hand on top of your thigh and bring your thighs toward you while you're bringing your hands to limit them. You really don't want your knees to go above you want your knees to stay above your hip. You don't want them to come closer to your chest, and you're using the strength of your hands to just press them away from you, but your knees really want to come closer. Your belly button is towards the spine. Your shoulders are on your back, so it's now not closer to your ears, and your teeth are relaxed. You don't clench your teeth together, and release. You take a big inhale through your nose, maybe you stretch your arm overhead, and a big exhale. Last round, engage, flex your feet, that's going to help to engage your quadriceps and your legs overall. You really pressing everything away while you're pressing your knees closer to you, and your hands are really pressing those knees away. Your shoulders are away from the ears. Your lower back is pressing towards the floor, while your belly button is also pressing towards the floor. Your ribs, your rib cage are going in. Last 5, 4, breathe. 3, 2, belly in, and 1, release. Take a big breath into your nose and out through your mouth. So now we're going to combine those two little exercises to continue to warm up. You're going to bring your right hand on your left thigh and your left arm towards the ceiling. Either your hand is flexed or you can just keep it straight. So you're going to press that right hand into your left knee, and you're going to extend everything away. So this time, we're just literally combining the pressure and the engagement of the belly on one hand, and on the other hand, we're really extending. So we have the pulse for the right obliques, and we have the strength for the left side of the body. Last 3. Last 2, keep your belly toward your spine. And last 1, go back to center. We're going to just simply switch sides. So you're going to bring your left hand on top of your right thigh, and you're going to bring your right arm very straight. And you extend on an exhale, you're bringing everything apart, just stretch, get long, get big while your left hand is pressing your knees away. Go back to center. Exhale, extend. Inhale, go back to center. Exhale, belly towards your spine. Your feet is flexed. Go back to center. Inhale. Exhale, extend, get tall, get strong. Go back to center. Last 3. Last 2, exhale, extend, belly towards your spine. And last one. The best one ever because it's the last one. And go back to center. Maybe we're going back to our hand on our kneecaps, taking a little roll. And so switch the direction of your body on your mat. We're going to face the mat. And we're going to just take some cat-cow to continue to have the warm-up. So on an inhale, you're going to dip your belly, open your chest toward the front wall and your sit bone towards the back wall while you're pressing the top of your feet down. Exhale, press the floor away, bring your shoulder blades towards the sky and touch your tailbone under. Inhale, dip your belly, open your chest. Exhale, press everything away, top of the feet very, very strong as well as your tailbone is tucking under. Relax your head. Inhale, dip your belly, open your sit bone toward the front and press your chin on your mat. Belly in. Exhale, keep your belly in, scoop it under while you relax your head and send your shoulder blades toward the sky. Last 2 rounds. Maybe you want to take some side stretch on your side rib to continue to warm up all the back side of your body. Try to link it with your breath, even though you can do whatever feels good in your body. Last one. And go back to neutral spine. From here, we're going to put our hands like 10 centimeters in front of where they are right now. We're going to tuck our toes under and press our knees very, 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 very slowly away from the floor to eventually straighten your legs. And you're going to land into your first down dog of the day. I guess, maybe not great if it's not. And from here, we're going to start to take some movements. As I was saying, it's Monday, so we want to ease in our practice, ease into the week. Maybe you can rebend your knees very deep while you're pressing your hand into the mat. Re-extend them. Maybe you come into plank, rebend your knees. And we're going to take a few of those little bounds. Bring your heels very, very high. Roll your spine forward. Look forward. Bend your knees very, very deeply. Press into your hand to send your hips back to the sky. Roll your spine to plank pose, including your head. Look forward. Bend your knees very, very deeply to bring your hips high to the sky. Last one. Roll your spine vertebra by vertebra towards the plank position. Unroll your neck, look forward. Bend your knees. Press into your hand to put your hips far back. And eventually press your legs straight. And back. Downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, you will be pressing into every finger pad that you have. If I would be there, I could not lift them away from your mat. And you're pressing into the ball of your feet, your toes are light. And you're pressing the heels toward the back of your mat, not toward the floor, but you really want to lengthen them. From here, we're going to look forward and we're going to bring our right knee in between your elbows. Lift and bend it as much as you can and step your right foot in between your hands. Put your left knee to the ground. On an inhale, lift your arms up, low lunge. Press into your back feet and your front heel to get your hips square. Maybe your hands touch overhead. And on an exhale, you're going to plant your left hand towards your right knee and send your right arm toward the back of the room. Twist. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, twist a little bit more. Maybe you look at your right hand. Inhale, go back to center. Deep, a little Lower into the lunge to stretch your hip flexor. Exhale, both hands to the mat. Tuck your back toes under and go forward and not up with your back knee. Inhale and step your left foot to meet your right foot. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, bow. Inhale, throw a flat back all the way up. Bring your arm in your head. Exhale, arm by your side. So we're going to continue the warm-up with some Surya Namaskar A, Surya Namaskar B, and we're going to flow a little bit. Inhale, bring your arms back up. Exhale, bow forward, lift your belly. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step your left foot and your right foot toward the back of the room. You're on the ball of your feet. And your hands are really pressing the mats away. So I want you to move the floor away from you. You're pressing into your thumb and your index finger a little bit more just because they tend to lift higher. You're putting your belly toward your spine. Try to not have your butt too high, but really having a flat alignment in between your shoulder, your hip, your butt, and your heels. Bend your knees and press your hips back to the sky, downward facing dog. Take a big inhale through your nose and a big exhale through your mouth. Melt your heels toward the floor. On the next inhale, you're going to look forward and bring your left knee in your chest. Press the floor away and bend your knee as much as possible. Step your left foot toward the front of the mat and empty your right foot to the mat. Take that big stretch into your hip flexor. Already try to feel it here. Square your hips toward the front of the mat by pressing into your front heel toward your back toe. Inhale, lift your arms up. Your shoulders are away from your ear while you're pressing into your back chin. On the next exhale, you're going to bring your right hand to your left knee and bring that left arm toward the back of the room. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, twist a little bit more. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. Maybe you look at your back hand. Last one. Recommit to your bend. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, twist a little bit more. On your next inhale, bring two arms back to the sky. Maybe hands touch. Both hands to the mat on your next exhale. Tuck your back toe under and lift to go again towards the front of the room. Don't get high with your butt basically, but get long. So your front leg is staying at the same place. You're on the back, on the ball of your back feet. Press your hands to the mat. Inhale. And on the next exhale, you're going to bring your right foot to meet your left foot. Exhale, bow forward. Your big toes can touch or the feet can be hip-width distance apart, depending on how tight you are on your lower back and your hamstring. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow. Inhale, through a flat back, bring both arms to the sky. Exhale, arm by your side, Tadasana. Again, your feet can touch. That's the more traditional way, but you can, if it's more comfortable for you, there is nothing wrong by keeping your feet hip-width distance apart. Inhale, bring your arms back to the sky. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot and your left foot to the back of the mat. And your chest towards the front wall. On your next exhale, use your belly to bring your hips back to the sky. Last one like that. So we're going to this time look forward. And maybe you can take some little bunny hops to come to the front of the mat. So you can just do like that. But you can also take bigger hops. If you feel like it and you are pretty safe or not too scared, maybe you can look in between your hands, bend your knees and go high. Or maybe you even try to just take one big step and come to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, arm by your side. So we're going to continue with some Surya Namaskar. So this time you're going to lift your arms to the sky alongside your shoulder. Bend your knees so you're sitting your butt back to an imaginary chair that is behind you. And we're landing in Utkatasana chair pose. And you're lifting your sternum as high as your hips are going low. Don't break your neck, but try to look in between your hands. Go lower. Belly in, arms high. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Step to the back of the mat. Exhale, bend your elbows halfway. Chaturanga. Go back to plank, dip your hips and open your chest toward the front wall. Modified up dog. Bring your hips back to the sky, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, you're going to step your right foot in between your thumb and bring your arms to the sky, high lunge. Exhale all the way down until your hands to the mat. Go back to plank. Bend your elbows halfway, chaturanga. Press back up, dip your hips, open your shoulder, modified up dog. And here your legs are very, very engaged. Bring your hips back to the sky using your belly downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your left foot towards the front of the mat. Inhale, arms up, high lunge. And here you can bend a little bit your back knee to help your hips to square and have your shoulder above your hips. Exhale all the way down until your hands to the mat. Go back to plank. Bend your elbows towards the rib, chaturanga. Press up, dip your belly, dip your hips towards the floor while you open your chest toward the front wall. Use your belly to bring your hips back to the sky, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. And use that breath to send message to your brain. So the more you're going to panic into your breath, the more your brain is going to panic as well because it doesn't know where to go. So if you feel that you're a bit out of breath and you are getting warm, maybe you can take a big inhale through your nose and a big exhale through your mouth. That's helping to put the temperature of the body down a little bit. Bend your knees, look in between your hands, and take those little bunny hops, so that big hops to the front of the mat. Land lightly, flat back. Exhale, bow. Bend your knees and dip your hips toward that imaginary chair, and bring your arms towards the front of the room, Utkatasana. Go low as much as you go high with your arm. Look in between your hands. Straining your leg onto your heart center, Tadasana. Big inhale and big exhale. Maybe you feel your heartbeat into your thumb. And this time we're going to just take half of the Surya Namaskar, and then we're going to flow a little bit. Inhale, bring your arms back up and bend your knees as low as you can. And try a little bit lower. Just try. We always go where we know we can go. But our body is not going to hurt us. It's always going to manage something that we're able to deal with. So don't be shy. Sit low. Exhale, bow forward. Bring your hands to the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hand with your flat back and step your left foot and your right foot to the back of the room. Bend your elbows halfway, chaturanga. Go back to plank, dip your hips, open your chest. Modified up dog. Use your belly to bring your hips back to the sky, downward facing dog. Look in between your hands and take a big step with your right foot to go to high lunge. Inhale. Oops, sorry about that. And you're on the ball of your back feet. And you really commit to your bend 90 degrees angle into your front feet. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Go back to plank. Then your elbows halfway, chaturanga. Press back up. Dip your belly and open your chest. Modified up dog. Use your belly to go back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a big inhale through your nose and a big exhale through your mouth. Step your left foot toward the front of the room. High lunge, inhale. Square your hips, press into your front heel toward your back foot. Maybe you have a little bend into your back knee. Go low. Exhale all the way down. Bring your hands to the mat. Go back to plank. Chaturanga. Bend your elbows halfway towards your rib. Press back up. Dip your belly. Open your chest. Modified up dog. Bring your hips back to the sky. Downward facing dog. Take a big inhale through your nose and a big exhale through your mouth. At any time, if you want to have a little break, you can go to child's pose, which is basically bending your knees to the mat and just extend your arms toward the front of the mat, or available for you if you want to take a little break. 3 last breaths here. Inhale and exhale. So this time we're gonna lift our right leg towards the sky. Keep your hips square to the front of the mat and try to keep your left heel as low as possible. It's not because you're lifting your leg that you're lifting your heel as well. So try to dissociate both things. You press into all the finger tap you have, belly in. Bring your right knee towards your left elbow, twist, press back up, right hand to the sky, left heel towards the mat. Take a big inhale and on the exhale, bring your right knee to your right elbow, look forward, press back up, inhale. On your next exhale, you're going to bring your right knee in between your elbows, bend the knee as much as you can while you're bringing your butt low, bend, 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 and then step forward. Right feet in between your hands. Inhale, go back to that high lunge we were having in not that long ago. Try to get low, to bend 90-degree angle into your front leg and bring. You can be on the ball of your feet as well. So that's going to help to straighten that hamstring on the back. On your next exhale, you're going to open your chest and your feet to warrior two. Try to have even weight in between both of your feet. Like if I would put little scale in between under both of your feet, it would read the same number. Front heel, back arch alignment into your feet. Your butt is also square. So your two hips are kind of parallel to the floor. Bend into your front knee for real. Try to keep your toes pretty light. Index finger away from each other. Crown of the head too. From here, we're going to grab one of our blocks and we're going to look where we're going, right? So we're really using our gaze to guide our body. You're going to put a block or whatever you have as a support under your right hand, and you're going to lift your back toe to go to half moon pose. And as soon as you are in half moon, flex your flying feet. Engage your flying leg as much as your standing leg. Open your chest to the side wall. And maybe you want to play with your balance and put your gaze toward your flying hand. Sorry. And try to not dump all of your weight onto that bottom hand. Oops. It's really just a support. Both sides of your torso are equal distance. That's why I bring the block. Otherwise, I would be shorter on my right side. Take a big inhale. On the next exhale, you're going to put a little bend into your standing leg to just make sure that you are very stable on that leg. And you're going to bring your bottom hand toward your heart center and your flying leg hand, toward your heart center. And you're going to look towards the mat to close your chest towards your mat. So we're open, and now we are in a warrior 3 variation. Your flying leg is still engaged like crazy, and your standing leg is asking when all of that's going to be over, which is going to be very soon. Try to upright your torso and bring your left leg meeting your right leg. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lift your right knee toward your chest. Belly in. And you bring your knee as high as possible because you have a very strong quadriceps, not because you're bending over. Maybe you want to extend your front leg. Maybe you just want to keep it bent. You're going to bend your left. So we are here. You're going to bend a little bit your left knee to wrap the right leg over. And you're going to wrap your right elbow under your left elbow. If it's too much too soon in your shoulder, you can totally give yourself a little bear hug. It's doing exactly the same thing into your shoulder. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, bend a little bit more into your knee. Your elbows are parallel to the floor. Inhale, bring your elbows parallel. Exhale, bow forward, sitting eagle pose. From here, you're going to look past your hands and you're going to unwind your legs to send your right heel flying towards the back of the room. So we are going to warrior 3. I'm sorry, guys. Warrior 3 with eagle arm. You're going to land into that high lunge we were having earlier. And this time you're going to bring your elbows toward your chin to send your fingertips toward the back wall and take a little bit of a back bend here. Unwind your arm, high lunge. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Go back to plank pose. Bend your elbows halfway, chaturanga. Press back, open your chest, modified up dog. Belly in, leg are engaged like crazy. Belly helping to bring your hips back to the sky. Downward facing dog. We're gonna continue with our right leg right knee, in between our elbows. Step your right foot to the front of the mat, and this time go directly to warrior 2. Big circle with your arm. Extend, take room on your mat. This is the biggest pose of yoga. So you really want to have your leg apart, arms apart, press your fingertips away from one another, and the crown of your head is going as high as possible while you bend into that front leg. From here, we're going to extend that front leg and reverse our triangle. Get light on that back hand while you're taking the stretch into your side grip. Parallel your arm toward the floor and get long. Maybe you look at your back hand to eventually land your right hand on top of your chin or on the block outside of your leg. And outside, helping to keep your chest open. Eventually, you want to have the neck as open as possible so you can look toward your front hand. Don't overextend your front knee. Maybe you put a little bend into it. Your belly is engaged. Rebend into your front knee to take a variation of extended triangle. Bring your left arm alongside your face. Close your chest to the mat. Both hands to the floor. Bring your right foot to meet your left foot, plank pose. Bend your elbows halfway, chaturanga. Go back to plank, dip your belly, modified up dog. Your hips are the highest point of your body in downward facing dog. Your toes are light, while your finger pads are pressing to the mat. On your next inhale, you're going to lift your left leg towards the sky and pay attention to your right heel. Make sure that it's going toward the mat as much as your left leg is going high. On the next exhale, you're going to bring your left knee toward your right elbow, twist, look forward. Exhale, bring your legs back up. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, press back up. On the next inhale, you're going to bring your knee to your chest, bend it, get high, and step your left foot forward. On your next inhale, bring both arms to the sky, high lunge. Bend into your left knee if it's needed to bend into that front heel. Inhale, exhale, open your chest side to side. Front heel, back arch alignment. Your back leg is super engaged. We tend to forget what's on our back. So think about it. Press into the back edge of your back foot while you're really having that 90 degrees angle into your front foot. Bend. Fingertips away from each other, crown of the head tall. From here, we're going to look forward and go towards the front roll to take half moon. Lift your right leg towards the sky and instantly flex your feet. So that's going to help your balance. Everything is engaged. Reach with your right hand while you're really having your left hand as light as possible. Maybe you have just fingertips on your block. Lift your right leg a little higher. Try to find a place which is not moving with your gaze and bring your left hand towards your heart center and your right hand towards your right center. So we are in that half moon pose and we're going to bend into our standing leg, our left leg, to close our chest towards the mat. And we are in modified warrior 3. Keep your flying feet into your left foot. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring your left knee towards your chest. Bend it. Bring it as high as possible. Maybe you extend your leg, maybe you not. And we're going to wrap our left knee, left leg, on top of our right leg. Left arm, under our right arm. Eagle arm, full eagle pose. Maybe you're trying to look in between your wrists. Both of your elbows are parallel to the floor and bend a little bit more into your right knee. Send your left, maybe you look above your head. You're going to wind your legs to bring that left leg flying towards the back and we are back into that warrior 3 position. Flex your feet, engage your standing leg. Get tall with the crown of your head. Bend into your right knee, slowly land into high lunge. Keep your eagle arms and bring your elbows back parallel to the floor. And this time you're going to try to really bring your fingertips toward the back wall. Bend into your front knee, belly in, and extend your arm. Really use your forearm and the belly to get a stretch on the side of your body. Inhale and wind your arms, high lunge. Exhale, both hands to the mat. Step your right foot to meet your left foot. Bend your elbows halfway, chaturanga. Press back to plank. Dip your hips, open your chest. Modified up dog. Use your belly to bring your hips back to the sky. Downward facing dog. We're gonna bring again that left foot toward the foot of the mat and go directly to warrior two. Open your arms side to side. Reverse your warrior and straighten your front leg. So the feet are just staying exactly the same alignment. We have front heel, back arch alignment. It's just a little shorter into the stand. Bring your arms parallel to the floor. Maybe you shortening a little bit the stand. So you have the distance on one of your own leg in between both of your feet. Maybe you look at your back hand while you're really trying to keep your arms as straight as possible and both the side of your torso are exactly the same length to eventually land that left hand on top of your right chin. Breathe in, get tall with your torso and reach with that right hand as high as possible. And if I would be here with you, you could lean into me. Or if there is a wall behind you, you could really lean all your torso toward that wall. So stay open with your chest. Rebend into your front knee. Maybe you keep your arms on the outside of your leg. And bring your right arm over your face. Extended side elbow. Bring your right hand to the mat. Left hand to the mat. Bring your left foot to meet your right foot to the back of the room. Bend your elbows halfway, chaturanga. Go back to plank, dip your hips, open your chest, modified up dog. Use your belly to go back to downward facing dog. Right, we're going to flow very quickly one more time. So I'm sure you're going to have a good sweat. Maybe we're going to take a little crow pose if we have time. And then we're going to get over that. So inhale, lift your right leg towards the sky. Exhale, bend your knee and bring your feet in between your hands. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, open your arms and your feet, warrior two. Inhale, look forward. Lift your left feet away from the sky with your left hand. Get tall, get big. Bend a little bit into your standing leg. Find a place which is not moving with your gaze. And bring your right hand to your heart center, left hand to your right center. Close your chest toward the mat. Get tall, get big into your warriors. Reflect your flying feet. And upward your torso. And plant that left feet towards the right feet. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right knee towards your chest. And bend a little bit into your left knee to wrap your right foot over, your right arm under, full eagle pose. On your next inhale, you're gonna bow forward, bring your knees to your elbows to your knees or your knees to your elbows, up to you. You're gonna unwind your right leg to go back to that warrior three. Get big as much as you can. Flex your flying foot and land into high lunge with your eagle arm. Bring your fingertips toward the back wall. Look towards the sky. Inhale, unwind your arm. Go back to high lunge. Exhale, put your hands to the mat. Both feet to the back of the mat. Then your elbows halfway, chaturanga. Go back to plank, dip your hips, open your chest, modify that dog. Bring your hips back to the sky, downward facing dog. Big inhale, and a big exhale. Step your right foot toward the front of the mat again, and this time take a big circle with both of your arms, warrior two. Warrior two. Extend your right leg and reverse your triangle. Maybe you look at your back feet, you press into the back edge of your back foot. And open your arms side to side to eventually land your right hand on top of your right shin. Open your chest toward the side wall. And maybe your neck is open enough to look into your top hand. We bend into your front knee and bring your left arm alongside your face, extend triangle. Close your chest towards the mat. Bring both feet to the back of the mat. Bend your elbows halfway chaturanga. Look forward. Press back to plank. Dip your hips, open your chests. Use your belly to go back to downward facing dog. All right, last side, guys. Big inhale and a big exhale. Lift your left leg toward the sky. Exhale, left knee between your chest and set your left foot forward. On your next inhale, go to high lunge. Bend into your front knee. Exhale, warrior two. Open your arms side to side. Push into the back edge of your back foot. Open your chest towards the side wall. Crown of the head tool. Go to half moon. Look to the front of the mat while you lifting your right leg away from the floor. Flex your right feet. Bring your left hand toward your heart center, right hand toward your heart center, and close your chest to the mat. Crown of the head toward the front wall, back heel toward the back wall. Upward the torso, land your right foot beside your left foot. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lift your left knee in your chest and wrap it over your right knee. Right arm under your left. Bend into your front knee while your elbows are parallel to the floor. Sleeping eagle, bring your elbows to your knees and unwind your leg to send that left feet back to the back of the room. Warrior three, eagle leg. Bend into your front knee to land lightly into high lunge eagle arms. And take a little back bend to bring your fingertips toward the back wall. Unwind your arm in hand. Exhale, both hands to the mat. Bring both feet to the back of the room. Bend your elbows halfway. Press back to plank. Dip your hips, open your chests. Use your belly to go back to downward facing dog. Left leg bend and step forward while you're opening your chest very wide for the last warrior two of the day. Press into the back heel. Straightening your front leg while you reverse your triangle. Parallel both of your arms towards the floor while you go into triangle pose Trikonasana. Land your left hand on the top of your chin. Both sides of your torso are same length. Rebend into your front knee and bring your right arm alongside your face. Extend triangle. Both hands to the mat. Step back, plank pose. Bend your elbows halfway chaturanga. Press back to plank, open your chest, dip your belly. And use your belly, to put your hips back to the sky, downward facing dog. Big inhale and big exhale. We're going to take for the last time, those little bunny hops that we were taking at the beginning of the class. And we're going to land into a fold forward. And slowly, you're going to find a seated posture. We are going to take little twists. So you're going to parallel your leg to the front of the room. You're going to step your right foot outside of your left knee. Right hand to your back, like a kickstand. So it's really to support your back as straight as possible. Sorry, I think it's better if I'm like that. You're going to lift your left hand towards the sky and land your left elbow on your right knee. And as we were doing at the very beginning of the class, lift on your inhale, get tall, and on exhale, twist a little bit more. We're going to take 3 breaths here. Get tall, and twist. Last one. Take a counter twist. Bring both hands to the outside of your left thigh. Go back to center. Unwind your leg and take the same thing from the other side. So you're going to step your left foot outside of your right knee. Left arm as a kickstand on your back. Inhale, belly in. Right arm up. On the next exhale, blend your right elbow outside of your left knee and twist. Your spine is long and straight. The crown of the head is reaching towards the sky while you're twisting a little bit more. And the pressure of your elbow and your knees would help that twist. But don't do anything that's hurting, so it should not be traumatizing, right? Inhale, get tall, last one. Exhale, twist. Take a little counter twist, so bring both hands outside of the other thigh. Exhale, go back to center. Extend both of your legs. Take a big inhale from here, and the last fall forward towards the front of the room. There is nothing wrong here if you want to bend your knee, and there is really nothing wrong if you want to have a big bend into your knees. So you have your belly resting on your thigh, and that's helping to release your lower back. That pose is really about the lower back, not about the leg. So we don't care about having straight leg here. And actually never, but we can speak about that at another time. And maybe you press slowly into your feet towards your hands, so that's going to help to actually release slowly your lower back. And if it's really uncomfortable, maybe you can sit onto something. That's totally fine as well. It's going to help lower back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, relax. Relax your head. Maybe shake no. Inhale, apart your torso. Get off the block if you are on the block. And you're going to hold your right knee into your chest. You slowly go to your backs. We're going to keep that right knee into our hands. Shift our hips toward the right side. And take the supine twists. So I'd rather have both of your shoulders on the floor rather than having your knee on the floor. Last breath. Go back to center. Both knees to your chest. Extend your right leg long. Keep your left knee to your chest. Maybe you bring it a little closer with your hands. Shift your hips a little bit toward the side and empty your knee towards your opposite side. Last breath. Bring everything to center. We're going to take a little back bend, and then we're going to be able to rest. So maybe we'll be able to teach and to go together soon to the gym. But so if you have a back bend, favorite back bend ever that you know that you're masterizing, please help yourself. But I'm just going to guide you to bridge. So for bridge, you want to have your ankle under your knees. So there is people who are saying you need to be able to touch the back of your feet with your fingertips. It's a good measure, but like some people have very sharp arm and sometimes it doesn't work. So I think you can just have a little look and make sure that your knees are above your ankle. Really deep into those heels. That's going to be the support of the pose. And from here, you're going to lift slowly your hips towards the sky to make sure that they are aligned with your knees. Your hips are, I mean, your knees are not flying out, so they are really, really the hips with distance apart. And you're gonna grab the side of your mat and put the mat away, like you want to really scratch it at, while you're putting your shoulder under you. If you feel like it's actually pretty comfortable and your hips are as high as your knees and your knees are still hip resistance apart, maybe you can interlace your fingertips under you. So you're sure that you're actually bringing your shoulder under and you're in that back bend situation. Your chin is away from your chest and you press into your feet. Belly in, rib cage in. Last 2 breaths. Slowly and unwind your finger and roll vertebra by vertebra to bring your butt toward the mat and put your feet toward the edge of the mat and knock your knees inward. Resist the urge of bringing your knees to your chest. Bring your feet back to center. This time when bring your knees toward your chest and get as small as possible. Take a little ball. Take a big deep breath in and hold it in there. Take another sip. Hold it. Another sip. And then spread everything out. Take room into your mat. Stretch your leg. Arm by your side. Close your eyes. Shavasana. We're going to slowly loop your toes and your fingertips. If you can stay a little longer into that posture, please help yourself. But if you need to go rolling with your day, bring some life movement into your body. Maybe you stretch your arm overhead. Bring the toes long towards the front of the room. Bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a big hug, a big thank you. Right, you took the time to take care of yourself. Either you're going through a right side of your body, take a fetal position, posture, or just meet me in a seated posture. Bring your thumb to your heart center, Anjali Mudra. Bring your thumb to your third eye center, place of your intuition. I thank you for your time and your trust. Have a great week. Namaste. Thank you guys. I'll see you very soon. I hope you enjoy. Happy to take any feedback. See you soon.